gotta shut the cell off. Bad pesto. If you wanna special, I just wanna see more desto. Hit you make pesos. Hit you sus on replace those. Number save, no name though. More, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front. 30 on my wrist, bullet points and car.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause I blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score.
Coach, we have a damp and rainy afternoon in the tri-state area as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium in the Garden State of New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Oakland Raiders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Down, ready? 59. On through. Watch the ship.
This is Jalen Richard, the fourth-year man from Southern Miss. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Tight dog.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. He's coming. We got double up. Red 80. Tighten up. Red 80. move. You got to get moving, man. Man, moving. You got to get that.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's another Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
We're going to set.
Mine's 50. Mine's 50.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Quick the edge. Quick the edge. Come, come. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
No, lady.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. The 40, the 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
Lady.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I got one.
Mike 50. Mike.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. Got an open man, it's a noon one. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Good throw there to start this second possession, maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick six. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw. On second down now, it's Bell. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 11-yard line.
You're outside. Mike Part 9. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Hey, orbit. Red 80.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Forbath will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Carr now to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. To throw is Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, Haywood.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
2 seconds to go, 1st quarter.
You get Rodney. You get Rodney.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Carr again. He's got his man. It's Williams. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Carr. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks. But
and that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Martavis Bryant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Check 13. Check 13.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check 30. Red 80. Slam. 80 weapon. Red 80.
Darnold on third down. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
Watch the eye. Later 1. 694. Hey, Delta.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. This Raiders and Jets contest is a part of the NFL 100 series. And a little history lesson, back in November of 1968, there was a game between these two teams where the Raiders scored 2 touchdowns in the final minute to win. And actually, coverage was broken away from that game on the East Coast to show the movie Heidi. So a lot of the Jets fans missed the Raiders' comeback. Can imagine some saddened faces when they took the rubber bands off their newspapers the next morning on the East Coast. But don't worry, folks. We will not be interrupting this broadcast to show the movie Heidi. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Taking it about the 16. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Darnold now to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's go, defense.
59 mark. Check. 59.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Looking deep for Demaryius. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The safety, Marcus May, in there on the coverage. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Going deep here for Bryant. That's going to be caught. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Martavis Bryant, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. After the run, now Darnold to throw. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's go. 36.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Braxton Berrios. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Check 3. Alert flare.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards. It's all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 7, Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Carr now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Von Miller in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. That That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Carr going to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll go again with Bell. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Hey, Echo. I'm coming for you, son.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Darnold now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
59, Mike. Check. 59.
Darnold from the gun. Then he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Red 80. Hey, high 7.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Hey, we're good. 25, check 25, check 25.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr, he's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. This is caught. Give him 30 yards there. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after now from Catanzaro. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Airing one out for Crowder, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This is caught inside the 15.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. There's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Darnold from the red zone now. And it's caught. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Let's get it. Mike, check, 59.
They'll try again with Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Here's Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face fourth quarter. You've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Carr. It's caught. Jones. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
No. Out. Check 52.
On 2nd and 7, Carr forced out to his left. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
Right down. 180.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
93.
From the gun, it's Carr. Looking in zone for Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Play that tight deep. Don't let him.
Hey, wahoo!
Third and long, it's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. He'll field this at the 5. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing his car on 3rd down. It's brought in by Dodson. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.